How can you effectively regenerate your nails? Weak, splitting, brittle nails are not only a cosmetic problem, but they also show that something is missing in your body, so you need to approach this issue from multiple angles. Today, I'm going to tell you how you can help yourself, what supplements you can use to fill in the deficiencies, and what easy home treatments you can try. It's worth including these in your daily hand and nail care routine. However, remember that it's important to eliminate the cause first so that the results are really what we expect and all our treatments and actions are effective. And I talked about the reasons for splitting and weak nails in video number 1, so make sure to watch that earlier video. Today, let's start with supplements. When it comes to supplements and replenishing them, the first thing is biotin, vitamin B7. But we don't use a B vitamin complex. Sure, complexes are good because B vitamins work together, but unfortunately, in these complexes, the doses of individual vitamins are often too small. Unless you find a supplement where the doses are appropriate, usually in such supplements, there's only 25 or 50% of biotin. And we need as much as 2,500, even up to 5,000. Sometimes with bigger deficiencies, it's recommended daily, and you need to do such a treatment for about 3 months to make up for the deficiencies that have occurred. This is very important because vitamin B7 is one of the key vitamins from this group for the health of our nails. The next 2 vitamins from this group, from the B group, are B12 and B9 folic acid, and they should also be used in so-called therapeutic doses. When it comes to B12, the best form is methylcobalamin, and the best daily dose is 1,000 micrograms, also for a period of at least 3 months. However, when it comes to vitamin B9, which we know as folic acid, it's better to use it not in the form of folic acid, but as methylated folates in a dose of about 400 to 800 micrograms per day. Zinc will be very important in supplementation as it will support the production of keratin, which our nails are made of. The only thing to remember is that if you're taking zinc, especially a higher dose like 25 or 30 milligrams per day, don't take it on an empty stomach because it can irritate the stomach lining and cause nausea. It's best to take it after eating. Silicon is also responsible for the durability and cohesion of the nail plate, and it's better to use it in the form of orthosilicic acid. It will be more effective than various horsetail-based supplements. Another substance, another mineral that is very important for us, but we shouldn't take it as a supplement until we've done a test. Because while we can use vitamins, silicon, and zinc even as a preventive measure, we shouldn't use iron unless we know what its level is. Because unfortunately, many people have an excess of iron in their bodies, and both its excess and deficiency are very harmful to the body. That's why we first do a test for iron and ferritin, and only then if there is a deficiency. Then iron can be supplemented, and it's also absolutely necessary to use vitamin C so that the iron is better absorbed and utilized by our body. But let's also pay attention to why it's lacking. It's possible that the stomach isn't acidic enough or that something is missing from our diet. Because in the long run, we need to eliminate the cause, not spend our whole lives supplementing the elements we're missing. And I would also recommend omega-3 fatty acids. They will benefit the health of our nails as well as the health of our entire body. However, supplementation is just one aspect. Let's remember that supplementation is just an addition to our diet, so we should analyze our diet and pay attention to what we eat. For example, fish, eggs, nuts. These are products that contain substances essential for the production of keratin. They will contain many of those ingredients I mentioned earlier and a lot of vitamins. They contain them. Green leafy vegetables, also pay attention to vegetables, fruits, and berries because they also contain a lot of antioxidants. Water is also very important in the diet Because in general, when I mentioned in the first recording that soaking your hands in water for a long time causes your nails to become brittle. And some people were surprised, wondering how water could have such a negative effect. Well, yes, we need water, but that's when we hydrate our bodies from the inside so that the water is inside our cells, not when we soak our hands. Because if someone works in water all the time, their hands are constantly in it, and then the nail plate gets damaged. Water can be beneficial for us when we use it externally with various additives as therapeutic treatments. And now let's talk about those additives and external treatments that can further support the regeneration of our nails. These can be various types of baths, a bath that lasts for the hands 15 to 20 minutes once a day. We soak them in warm water with the addition of sea salt or Quodawa salt. For example, for 1 liter of water, you can add a flat but large spoonful of salt and simply soak in such a solution. You can also add aromatherapy oils to further improve circulation, oxygenate the nail plate well, and it's also very good for moisturizing our nails. Oils like these will protect the nail from drying out and also support the regeneration process. Jojoba oil is one of these regenerating oils. It can be castor oil, which works great on the nail plate and also around the nail. That's a must. But generally for everyday care, because castor oil is more often used as a therapeutic oil. However, it is heavy and a bit sticky, but for everyday use after washing your hands at work, especially if someone is constantly dealing with water, it's very good to moisturize your hands afterward and also moisturize your nails. And of course, use natural products, natural creams, not any chemicals. And a very good choice would be natural shea butter without any additives, shea butter that will moisturize, regenerate, and protect. And it will create that natural protective lipid barrier on our skin and on our nails. For such baths, besides salt, you can also use infusions or decoctions, for example, horsetail, but here we make a decoction. We cook horsetail for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then in this slightly cooled lukewarm water, we can soak our hands. We can also do it with an infusion of nettle or chamomile. You can also take such baths, and you can even combine herbs and add salt to them for hand baths. Use it on your nails 2 or 3 times a week. You can also use applications with medicinal clays like peat mud packs. You can also apply it to your nails and around the nail and leave it on for 15 to 30 minutes. After washing off the peat mud, which works very deeply, it also greatly improves blood circulation, oxygenation, and the delivery of various minerals. This peat mud itself usually contains these ingredients as well. After using it, you absolutely have to apply either a rich natural cream or one based on aromatherapy oils or even shea butter. You can use it, but you absolutely have to provide this extra protection as well. So take a look at a few things we pay attention to. First, we watch the first video to understand what could be causing it for us and eliminate those causes. Second, we supplement any deficiencies in minerals and vitamins. Third, we analyze our diet to take care of our health on an ongoing basis, not just when a problem has already appeared and we're looking for a solution. And if we notice that something is wrong with our nails, then we should take care of them, not just as part of our daily routine. As I said, for example, use shea butter and additionally therapeutic treatments with castor oil, jojoba oil, or salt baths. And I think you'll manage perfectly well with a comprehensive approach, unless after using all these things for a longer time, you see there's no effect. Then you need to look for a deeper problem. And then you definitely need to go to a specialist, show them your nails, see what the problem is, just get it diagnosed, because sometimes there are issues that we can't diagnose ourselves. We can't see it with the naked eye, and something more serious might already be happening in our body. So, my dears, take care of yourselves, and I wish you lots and lots of health from the bottom of my heart. This was Natalia Samarets with you. See you in the next videos, and if you like this one, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends.